There he is.
Well, first and foremost, really excited about the crowd. Iona is, as you all know, the last 15, 20 years has the most wins in the greater metropolitan area. So it's a great game for us, to get 15,000 people with a local game is tremendous. The program has certainly come a long way in 3 years. I'm real proud of that. Iona's got a good team. They shoot it great, but we did a really good job of defending the three-point line tonight, keeping them off the foul line. We had some difficulties with turnovers, but outside of that, we played a real good game.
Okay, we'll start with questions for the players. Just wait for the microphone. We'll go with that.
Rick, what did you think of Ian today, and what did you think of his haircut?
Personally, I love his haircut. It was crazy. Nobody recognized him when he came in the locker room the first day. But we all joked as well. And now you can see the rim and stuff when he's finishing. But it was fun. It was fun. He played good today.
I loved it too. I told Ian, he said to me, Stevie Mess told him that, listen, your assist turnovers because you can't see peripheral vision-wise. And he asked me, do you think I should get a haircut? I said, listen, I've played in the hippie generation, and my teammates and opponents had ponytails down to their rear end and their ankles. I said, I don't care if you have hair down to your ankles, just you gotta be able to see. And the other thing is, there's an old actor named Billy D. Williams. He was one of the most dashing, hot guys from Hollywood. That's who you look like right now. Billy D.
Ian, just because I think that everybody wants to know, what prompted you to get the haircut, and when was the last time that you had cut your hair? Because it looked like it probably took a long time to put together what you had.
I have been growing my hair for about probably seventh grade.
7th grade was your last haircut.
Yeah, when I had short hair. But what prompted me, I would say, just a fresh start. Just a different look. Just a chance to, I wouldn't say restart or start over, but just like to give myself something fresh and something new. So yeah, that's really about it.
They used a Toro to cut it in.
When you say fresh start, was the move to the starting point guard gig part of the fresh start?
No.
Okay.
No. I think prior to that, I really had in my mind, I wanted to start fresh. So when I moved to point guard, wasn't.
Ian, one more about the hair. So you didn't tell anybody that you were getting your hair cut. You showed up for practice, whatever day it was, and it was a surprise to everybody.
Yeah, I just showed up.
I seriously didn't recognize him. I looked at him and I said, that's Ian?
Yeah.
Showed up.
And Oziyah, back to basketball. When you've been aggressive and hunting your shot and making your shots, you look at the Iowa State game, the Baylor game, the second half tonight, the offense feels and looks a lot different. Can you just kind of explain when you're hunting your shot and you're making shots, what it does for everybody around you?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely makes us better just because, Coach tells me all the time, you guys know by now, to just shoot the ball. And even with me shooting, even my misses is a chance for us to get offensive rebounds and things like that. So yeah, regardless of making or missing shots, I'm gonna continue to shoot it, and I felt good tonight.
Ian, you had a great behind-the-back pass that the crowd went wild for, and Lefteris made the basket. What was more important, that basket or your haircut?
The basket.
See how much pub you get?
Ian, did you feel like without the hair, did it help you?
Let's ask some basketball questions. Come on.
All right. So, Rick, what did you think of the second half offensively? The last game and a half has been great, making shots. Do you think Oziyah being more aggressive helped? What did you see?
I want him. He kept just being a receiver, 6-7 feet behind the line every time. I want him stepping in every time. I really believe he's the best shooter in the country. I really believe that. I'm not just propping him up. I think he is. He's also got great size, and I think every time he shoots, we have player development sessions in the morning, and in 3 years, including Iona, 6 years, his numbers are scary, what he does. So he's got to do more of that. He's a very unselfish young man. And, you know, both of these guys have a lot of growth. Ian, like he had 5 turnovers tonight, but it really wasn't bad turnovers. It was maybe one. He didn't catch the ball when it was thrown to him on the sideline. Another one. So they weren't bad turnovers at all. Ian is a really good basketball player, and he can go from good to great in a very short period of time because his willingness to learn, grow, get better, great teammate, great guy, everything about him spells greatness down the road. He's just got to obviously, and by the way, his defense has improved immensely. Should have had a couple rebounds tonight in traffic. He'll get that. But when Oziyah is looking for his shot, we become a better basketball team, and everybody gets fired up with that.
Oziyah, you were really making your threes at a pretty good clip, like right through the second game in Las Vegas. The last couple games, you didn't really have the shot so much. When you rediscovered it, like, is there a reason that like it runs hot or cold? Is there something that worked for you today that you found it again?
No, I mean, you know, those games are gonna happen. Can't really control that, but it's my job just to try to stay confident at all times. Regardless if I miss 10 in a row, I'm gonna still shoot the next one confident. So yeah, it's good. I found a couple to go in today.
Go to Peter, the last one for the players.
A question for Ian. You know, hearing Rick talk about the path he believes you're on, I'm interested to know just what when you say you want a fresh start, like what are you hoping to accomplish? What kind of, I guess, motivated you to do that, and what are you hoping to accomplish now moving forward?
I'm just hoping to accomplish a whole bunch of wins for the team. You know, do whatever I can do to impact winning, help us to be the best team we could be and keep getting better as the months go on, as the season goes on. So for me, that's probably the most important thing. I think today was a step in the right direction. We got a lot of things to clean up, but it's early still, and we're getting better as it goes.
And you know, just to piggyback on what he said, he's got the potential to be he was a high school American, he's got the potential to be a college All-American, but he's an All-American person. He has confidence, but he has no ego. It's always about other people, about the team. He wants to do well for the team. He just is a great guy, just a great guy. I love coaching him. He listens to every word, and I get after him. You know, I told Zach this the other day. I don't coach him hard. I don't coach hard anymore. I really don't, because the players are different today. So you've got to adjust. They're great guys, as nice a group as I've ever been around in my life. So I don't have to get on him hard. He listens. I want him to shoot more. He listens, and I listen to them. So I don't coach these guys hard because they play hard. They give it to me every single day. I don't have to get on them. They give it.
Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Oziyah.
See you guys.
Marty, why don't you go with Zach? Just go ahead, Zach.
Rick, it's back-to-back games where you've held the other team to 40% shooting. I know you really liked your defense against Ole Miss. I think it's average of 61 in the last 2 games. How much of that is Zuby taking it up a notch? It's 8 blocks back-to-back games.
You know, it's very difficult to hold this team to 19 three-point attempts. This team, you know, against Oregon State, I think they were down 18. They came back. The three-point shooting can be amazing at times. The other night against Bryant, I think they made 12, Bryant made 15. So they're tough to play against because they spread you out. You got to take away the three, and then they get some drives to the basket. Zuby's having a great year. I actually think he's having a better year this year than he was last year. But I want to say this. I would pay for 2 players to see them play. One is Steph Curry. I've always said that because what he does in me. And I would pay to see Dylan Mitchell play. Dylan Mitchell, to me, epitomizes a great basketball player in everything he does. The way he moves, the way he passes, the way he blocks shots, the way he drives, the way he plays defense. Dylan Mitchell, to me, is incredible. You're not going to write about him tonight because of his line, but he's just a great basketball player. Love watching him.
What have you noticed? Do you feel like you guys are turning a corner defensively? What have you noticed defensively?
Well, I think since the Ole Miss game, we've had time to practice. We realized we weren't a very good defensive team. And what I told the guys, I said, guys, don't listen to what everybody's saying about last year's team. Because last year's team around Christmas time, they weren't very good defensively either. And they became one of the great defensive teams in the nation. So I think we can get to that point. I just think we've got to keep our turnovers down. Last year, I think we were at 10. We got to just keep our turnovers down because you beat yourself when you turn the ball over.
Rick, when you were hired at Iona, you talked about building the Gonzaga of the East. In today's current basketball landscape, what's realistic for what Iona can become?
You know, Iona, they've hired the right guy, I can tell you that right now. He's terrific. Iona is such a special place because going back to Jimmy Valvano, every coach that's coached there, the best coach of them all is Tim Kluse. Every coach that coaches there wins. I mean, Kevin Willard got his start there, and certainly I got rejuvenated there. So Iona's a special place with great tradition. The president has done an amazing job. They buy Concordia College. They have a great nursing school. It's one of the few schools in the metropolitan area where the enrollment is way up. So they've improved academically, athletically. Their AD's great. The president's great. I owe them so much. And we're going to play this game every year that I'm the coach.
Speaking of local basketball, do you see time when St. John's can schedule more games against the LIUs, the Columbias, or
I don't.
Because I'm just wondering if the ranking.
Iona brought 2,000 people tonight. LIU's and Columbia not bringing 2,000 people.
Well,
It is about money today.
and also the TV network. So I was just
Yeah.
curious if
Iona-
because I know in Philadelphia that's a
Iona
big
brings
thing.
2,000, 2,500 people today, and that's big for Iona. It's big for Iona, and to tell you the truth, I love Columbia, I love LIU, I love all, but I don't love them like I love Iona.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Jason.
Rick, you've rebuilt programs everywhere. What do you look for in terms of buy-in from new players and also in terms of your veterans and captains, the emotional intelligence that you want them to model for the team to kind of go through the season?
Well, you know, somebody asked me this question the other day about, like, Kelvin Oney gives it to me every single day. And I told Sadiq, well, I had to get him some minutes tonight, you know, because he deserves it. He's going to be a great basketball player. Kelvin Oney's going to be a great basketball player. But he's on a team that's a veteran team, and there's only so many minutes. Lefty is a really good basketball player, and he deserves minutes. So many of these guys deserve minutes. It's tough to get them. Ruben deserves minutes. But I just want to get the most out of each individual, and it's going to take time. They're all new. Bryce is new. Dylan's new. Starting tomorrow, I got to do a total makeover with Dylan Darling because he hesitated tonight, and you're not going to shoot great. I got to work on his arc. I go to work tomorrow on his arc, on his game, because he's a great 6-foot guard, and he's lacking confidence right now in his jump shot. They went under in the pick and rolls, and he hesitated. That's a kiss of death. So tomorrow we go to work with. He's terrific. He didn't do anything wrong that Ian was starting. Ian deserved a shot at that, and did quite well. Quite well.
Rick, when you've talked about Ian and Josan this year, it's kind of been like collective, like the two of them paired together. Only as sophomores, did you sense maybe over this 2-week period where you haven't had a lot of games that the light has started to come on for both of them in this system?
I think the last hurdle for both players is at the defensive end, that when players get in a lane and bogard them, that they got to physically hold their ground and stop them. Josan as well as Ian have to take the next step. On the perimeter, they've improved dramatically. Off the bounce, they've improved dramatically. Now they got to hold their path in the lane.
Is that being sophomores and maybe not being as strong? Or
No, I think that's a mindset of being a great offensive player, and defense hasn't been on the top of their mind. And I think Josan gets embarrassed. Josan's a great basketball player. He's got as much talent as any player in the country. He's just got to get it all. Both young men are terrific, great size. Like both of them a lot.
Take two more, Roger, and then
Rick, you guys are you're going to begin defending your Big East championship.
in your next game. You know, how do you feel about the way the team is playing going into Big East play, and what do you think is the significance of trying to defend a title, because it's something you've done before?
Well, we're not as good as UConn right now, but you wouldn't expect that because UConn had, 3 really pivotal players back. But by the end of the year, I would hope we're at that level. We're certainly going to fight it. But, Butler, Providence, Georgetown have all gotten significantly better. I haven't seen Marquette and Creighton play this year. But the Big East is going to be tougher this year. We're not. I said this earlier. We're not going to win like we did last year, but I think we can defend it with our defense getting a lot better. You can't take any games lightly in this conference now. It's gotten back to where it should be. With expansion, they'd be much better.
Notre Dame?
Anybody? I'm joking. Val probably hates my guts.
So, Coach Pitino, you talk about the defense and how it's improved so far. I know at the beginning of the year you said it was good, not great. But over the last 2 games, what have you seen from them now that has translated to hopefully becoming great?
Better perimeter defense, better paying attention to scouting. We still, Zuby is obviously a good rim protector for us. Defensively, Dylan Mitchell is as well. We're getting better on the perimeter defensively, and if you can take away a team's 3-point shooting, Iona, there won't be a team in the Big East that'll shoot it as many times and as well as Iona, believe it or not, because that's their whole thing. It's get to the rim or shoot a 3. Stay away from the mid-range and lets us bully drive. So we're getting better and better. We got to keep our turnovers down. But I like what I see. I like the improvement, and I've said this to you guys 100 times. I've not been around collectively a group of young men like this in my lifetime. So selfless, and Ian's a perfect example. I said this to you the other day. It's not easy for a New Yorker to play at St. John's. You have to understand, especially today with social media. Back when Chris played and Mark Jackson played, there was no social media. They would just hear from their family and friends. But today. Because Ian's such a great guy, you can feel the pulse in the stands of everybody rooting for him, he's so deserving and so good for him. So we are getting better. DePaul at Conasec is going to be a tough game. You got to take away what they do well, but great group of guys. I'm having the time of my life coaching them. Thanks, guys.